I have no idea. I had a lot of issues yesterday. What? Aquí en vivo? Aquí en vivo? No estás man. Saliste nua. Holy shit. How's it going, everybody? Uh, Hopefully we got audio this time. I took my little time to fix all this stuff. Here we go. We got all the scenes ready to go. I'm really sorry about what happened last night. It was kind of weird. Uh, but now we got. I'm gonna rename this one. Is rename is gonna be opening, and then scene 3 is close up. Box close up. As you can see, I fixed also the camera. I only got one other camera. I bought some cheap camera, 4K cameras, and for some reason, if I have both of them connected to the computer, only one of them can give me high resolution, and the second one won't. Like this one will give me high resolution. If I had the other one, it wouldn't work. So I found out if I use the iPhone, I can get the close up with a really high resolution. As you can see, I think I can see it. I'm looking at it right now on YouTube. It's pretty high up there. You can Everything is more legible. Um, yeah. And then today I wanted to experiment with something right quick, and this is gonna be like I wanted to make a drum machine like um like a drum machine out of the Tonverk by hey Mark Anderson, how you doing? Making a drum machine out of the wavetable synthesizer, right? So we're gonna do that on all. I want to make the first 4 tracks are gonna be wavetable synthesizers. Let's put it like that. And I usually what I do is that even though the analog rhythm is running through the Tonverk, I can just send it to go directly to one of the buses. That way I have I'm gonna be able to have easily 4 drums that are fully synthesized, and um, yeah, 4 extra channels to do whatever you want. Possibly play stuff. So I was reading about synthesizing drums, and the most recommended audio sources for drums is sine waves, and for like kicks and stuff like that. And then you can add different types of wavetables, but like to have um like a solid foundation on your sound, they recommend like sine waves or sine waves. So in the Electron Toneworks um factory content, you have basic sine to square, and then if you scroll down, you also have saw, sine, square, trapezoid, triangle. And if you keep scrolling down, you find this ones. This is like noisy, but we're not gonna use those because those they can work for the snares, but I have ones that sound better. If we go to wavetables here, I have the Kiru. Uh, Kiru Mataro. That's the name of the guy that does. He has a website and he sells wavetables. So I bought the whole pack of all the wavetables, and then he did the wavetables from the Analog 4, And wavetables from the Analog 4 include you have dirty waves, you have basic waves. We can do the basic waves also from him. So we're gonna select those. We're gonna just load those wavetables. Using the wavetable synthesizer on the Electron Tonverk is very light. It does not take that much space on the memory, which is cool. These are the noise samples, the noise wavetables. So we're gonna load most of them. I think we're gonna load them all just to have them all. And as you can see, it's gonna populate right quick. It doesn't take long. The other thing I forgot to mention yesterday, I bought a brand new, this one right here, this memory card, or this memory card that I bought for the Tonverk, as you can see right here. This is an Extreme Pro, 200 megabytes, 128. So I went and bought the newer version of this, which is the same SanDisk brand, but the logo on the bottom is the newest logo. And instead of 200 megabytes per second read, it's 150 megabytes per second read, and that one right there makes the machine works way faster. Loading times are very short on the Tonverk now when it comes to loading loading projects or loading samples and things like that. Now we start the lab. So on the first channel, as usual, we're gonna make a kick drum, and this is how we're gonna start this thing. We're gonna start with the basic sine wave. Let me see. This is sine to saw. So now to make this work, you're gonna go to modulation, and you're gonna go into the mod envelope, and you can either choose source tune, right? And you can choose the source tune to make that pitch envelope style of well, usually you use a pitch envelope to make the drum sound. You know, the drums, they have a really short decay naturally. When you hit a drum with a stick, it will vibrate longer, but quick, because of the tension of the drum head or the skin. The tension of the skin is so high that even when you hit it hard, you're gonna get like a really low thump, and then it's gonna vibrate really quickly, really fast, which means that it's a sudden change in pitch from a very low pitch to a really high pitch, and that happens in like really quickly. So to keep it independently, I want to have the oscillator one, because you have oscillator 1 and 2, which is two different wavetables you can have. So I'm going to keep it independent, so that way we can add a different sound on the kick, but we're going to keep the what you call the foundation of the kick. Instead of choosing source tune, we're gonna choose oscillator 1 detune. That way we're independent from the second one. Hey, Larry's Beat Lab. So that way we're independent from the second one, right? So now we're gonna go to here, right? And we're gonna apply well, this envelope, right? So all right, and then you can work with the decay if you want it shorter. So you have a kick right away. That's pretty cool. So now you can choose to tune it down a little bit more. I believe the first time I made a video about this, I didn't do it right. So now I'm doing a little bit more right. That way you guys get a picture of what's really happening here. So as you can hear, it sounds pretty nice. Let's lower the pitch more so it's naturally down there. Okay, why does it work? It works better like this because the previous video I made, I didn't think about what I was doing. Now I thought about what I was doing. So now we're just gonna have an envelope just to the oscillator once, which means that it only has an envelope on the first wavetable, which is gonna be the foundation of the kick. And as you can see, we basically have an 808. All right, the volume could be a little bit higher, so we're gonna go press function and amp, and the velocity to volume, we're gonna keep it, you can turn it to off, but I like to keep it on the middle ground, which is straight, and that's gonna significantly augment, like raise the volume. And then it's not that bad. I mean, it's a decent amount of volume, I think. Let me see. If I do the analog rhythm, it's pretty much up to par with the analog rhythm. And that's perfect right there. So we don't need to, if you want to make it punchier or louder sound, you can use some overdrive, which will add a little bit more gain. And you got many ways of raising the gain on this, on each part, whatever you want to call that. All right, so let's make it sound harder. Okay, now the good thing about the mod envelope, to use it on the oscillator 1D tune instead of the source tune, is that it lets you have a longer amp decay, like you can have long kicks. So that's a long decay right there, and you can shorten out. If you want to make like 808s, this is the perfect. You see, if you want to have like a 808, ooh, sorry, I still have it on polyphonic. I suggest you put it on mono so that way it cuts itself, like. The Tonverk's it's been having wavetables like 3 months ago. They added it, and it's actually a very positive thing for this machine. So now, you can put it to taste probably the depth of the mod envelope. You can lower it a little bit so it's not that. So, you know, it makes it a little bit less clicky. There you go, and then we're gonna lower the amp. You can also change the amp envelope from ADSR to AD, right? So it's attack and decay. That's even more useful. So it gives it a more natural decay. Right, that's really, really cool. All right, now, if you want your kicks to have a little bit more variation, we're gonna go on the second source and we're gonna add a different wavetable. At this time, let's do a triangle wave, which is it's just nice sounding. Let's hear how it sounds. Cool thing about that is that the second wavetable, you can adjust the pitch. You can go higher. Or you can add some animation to the wavetable position, which is pretty cool. Then you can add some more speed so it decays quickly. Right? And on the decay here on the amp, if you lower it, that's pretty cool right there. Now, if you have the need to have another modulation, you can just take one of the LFOs on top, and let's say LFO voice LFO number 2, and you're gonna go to oscillator 2 detune, and we're gonna use waveform exponential waveform, and then you're gonna use retrig mode, and then on the fade you want to add some fade to it. I hope you can see that on the screen. You can add some fade, to that, and that's gonna help. I don't know if you guys need me to have this camera a little bit lower, or you think you can see it from there. Let me see if I can just lower this for you guys a little bit more. There you go. There it is. A little bit closer. There you go. So as you can see, now you have that. So now it's gonna change significantly the sound on it. So let's hear it before. And now let's add some of that basically more pitch envelope on the second wavetable. So you can hear that, right? So having a triangle on the second wavetable, it gives it more of a sparkle on the high end. So it gives that. So by lowering the wavetable, the animation on the wavetable position, you can hear how it gains a different character. Like right now, it sounds even more serious. And with the amp envelope, you can make it even more like punchy. Or you can make it an 808. I love the way it sounds. Sounds pretty cool. Also, if you don't like the way the second wavetable interacts, you can lower the level right here on the second knob. You can lower it so it doesn't sound as, it sounds less. I think that sounds really, really good right there. Um, yeah, so now we have the kick, the basis of the kick. You already know what it is. You can just use, like I said, load up a sine wave, lower it three octaves down. You go to the mod envelope and add oscillator 1, not source. The source tune, you don't want to do source tune, because if you use source tune, you're gonna detune. You're not gonna have total control of both oscillators. You're just gonna include both oscillators on the pitch envelope. So, oh, thank you, Atmo. Yeah, thank you. All right, so we can go now to the second track. And as you can see, we don't have anything here. On the second track, sorry. We're gonna do a snare. Let's see if I can make a snare, right? And also I'm gonna use the basic sine wave from Electronic, comes with the machine. And it's just a regular sound. Then next step, we're gonna go mod envelope, and we're gonna do oscillator 1 detune. Same steps, because we're making a percussion. All right, and then you can go to the amp. Now we're gonna go on you're gonna press function amp. We're gonna change velocity to volume. So we get more volume out of the normal velocity that comes with. And the envelope mode, we're gonna change it from ADSR to A and D. All right. Now we're gonna press function and trigger, and we're gonna go from polyphonic to mono, right? So that way it only triggers one time. It doesn't give you the polyphony of 8. And then we're gonna go to the amp, and we're gonna lower the decay a little bit so it sounds more like a. All right, so you can go to source now and lower, let's say, 1 octave. Right, and then now the trick is to go to the second wave table, and instead of loading like a sine wave or a saw wave, you're gonna go get a noise wavetable. Then gonna have to add animation. That way you can hear the noise on it. Let's go to the mod here. Let's see. And then, Dr. Doom green knobs. Be jamming. You need to search for the green ones. They do have green ones, but they don't look like the ones I got. You asked me about the ones that I got. And this design right here on the knobs, these are the design that I like. There's green colored knobs in aluminum, but they're gonna be a different diameter, so you're gonna have to search around with the right diameter. You know what I mean? So let's keep working on this snare. Let me see here. Let's add some overdrive to it. And then we can also play with the filter to get that kind of like that. It kind of. I feel like it needs a little bit more oomph to it. Let me see here, a little bit higher. Let's check here on the all right, so be jamming on electrons. You want 16 millimeter tall. You want 12.5 thickness, like across. And the shaft is a 6 millimeter shaft. All right. It needs a little bit more. It's kind of tricky, huh? And here on the first one, let me see if this has. kind of there. I don't know. We can also try a different wavetable on top. Let's see. Ah, right there. We can use also an effect if you're not satisfied. You can add a little bit more with the dirt shaper. Yeah, that way right there. You gotta remember that this is like synthesized. It's not like actual. It's not a real snare. It kind of works. There you go. So you can use that. Yeah, I'm doing my best. So. Yeah, so it sounds like a snare right there. Yeah. Guess that defeats the purpose of sound design, but it's interesting nonetheless. Oh yeah, resampling. If you wanna open more tracks, you can resample. But let's say you don't wanna. Let's say if you don't wanna do that, you wanna have like uh, a way of morphing your let's say you want to morph your drums in different ways, and what else could you have more open than having the wavetable synthesizer do your drums, and then you can do crazy stuff, you can do crazy things with parameter locking that will make your drum sound very unique. uh Sound designing is great, but also it's pretty cool to be able to have full control of your synthesis instead of a sample. That's what makes, I think that's what makes this machine so special, because it doesn't only sample. Like, if you don't, a lot of people say, oh, but the subtracks, it's limited. You cannot send effects individually per track inside of the subtrack. But if you want to have more control, let's say, and then you can have one subtrack and then with the rest of the stuff, and then you can have one wavetable synthesizer doing your kick. If you want full control of your kick, you just do a kick with the wavetable, right? And then you can use the subtrack to add the rest, snares, all that stuff that you would like to do. It does a little bit of everything, but it is the way they design it is doing it well. I really love the way they did this. This is like against any other company that I've seen out there. Oh, let's not talk like that, because I haven't used it all, right? I haven't used it all. But let's put the example. We have now we have on the MPC 3.9, they added the wavetables, whatever the hell that is, wavetables. First of all, you're only limited to what they tell you that you can use on that wavetable synthesizer. And it kind of is cool that that you can load up to 8 different samples on a what's it called, on the multi-sample thing. I forget the name of it. On the program to play your multi samples, you can have like up to 8 different things, and now they added the oscillator in there. So it's pretty cool. But the thing is that it's only the wavetables they want you to use. It's not like you can go ahead and load up a collection of wavetables that you like from different other synthesizers. And let's say, oh, I want to use the microwave 8-bit what you call the 8-bit wavetables from that unit, and I want to use them inside of my MPC. They don't let you. It's only the ones they say that you gotta use. So that's kind of defeat the purpose of having a wavetable synthesizer inside of inside of a thing. This world is to just make music with it. That's all it matters. Yes, I understand, but the approach here is different. And I'm not ragging on anything, because I have used all of those things. So it's the approach. I think this is a really open book, like completely open, like you can do whatever. So now let's add something else here. Let's add a triangle, and let's do the amp thing again. And then on the second wavetable, we're gonna use also a noise. All right, and then we're gonna go and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go to the mod, and we're gonna choose oscillator 1D tune. We're gonna go to amp. What do they say? They say, uh, I've owned them all. MPC Live 1 and 2 and 3. They are solid, but I get bored because it's like a doll to me. Yeah. Well, yeah. Either way you want to look at it. To me, the problem with MPC is not that it works like a DAW. It's the fact that they they need to put a better converter on their lesser units. I'm not talking about the XL. The XL has a really nice converter in it. It's different from the other boxes. You have to pay premium if you want premium sound, right? We get that straight, right? But the MPC-1, the Live 3, and the other machines don't get that converter, and that's kind of pissy. It's kind of not cool. But the good thing about MPC is that you can buy yourself a high-end audio interface and connect it to the back of a MPC-1, and you will get really, really high quality sound out of that box into your recording setup. Let me explain. You need to have a high quality audio interface in your computer to be able to capture high quality audio coming out of a box, right? So the box needs to output high quality audio, and your computer needs to be able to receive the high quality audio in. So it's a give and take type of stuff. I mean, it's like either you do it using the, and this is a thing of choice, but the thing is that's why all these guys, you have EA Ski saying this is the guy that broke it for everybody. That's and I find out that it's true, and he broke it and he said it, and then now if you try it, you will hear the difference. It's not. It's nothing else. It's true. It's true. If you have good audio converters coming out of your box and going into your recording, or if you're gonna go through outboard gear, the quality of the sound is preferred to be the highest quality you can have. You need like more headroom on your device so you can get the most out of your sound, right? So with the MPC, a lot of people, what they do, like I used to do, I just go with the MPC, I load the program inside the computer, multi-track it, right? Using the I used to multi-track it, and then you can send it out. Like after you multi-track it, you can print it out using your outboard gear out and back in, and that's how people do it, right? And you can do that, and that's for the highest quality sound that you can get with your instrument. This wavetable science sounds bad. Let me see if this modifier here. Yo, these hi-hats suck. Let me see if I can find a different wave, probably a saw. That gives me. Let's also add a dirt shaper. It sounds weird. Oh my god. Helium Calva. Yeah, for sure, man. I gotta get a better. I haven't practiced that much how to make a hi-hat with this. But I guess it has to be multiple waveforms, like more than three, I think. So I have to figure out how am I gonna do it, right? So if it's a saw, then probably double saw. Let me see if we can do two saw. This kind of sounds like it. You've made enough sounds today to make a dozen sound packs. Yeah, right. All right, so in the effects section, I think we're gonna need a little compressor here, so we bring it up. That sound bad. Yeah, I guess that should be cool right there. I don't know. No, copy track, and then we're gonna paste that track. Then we need and we forgot to put this in mono. It's in mono too. What's the discussion? Let me see. I'm at late to the party. This world needs to hit or no, you're not late to the party. I mean, I'm almost out of here. I just came in just to show some of the possibilities with the this machine. Like you can save basically now. You have the first four tracks are gonna be your basically your drum machine, and from there you can save this like uh, like a template for like like a techno. You can make like a techno type of stuff or something like that. You always have samples. Like you know, there's so many things you can do with this machine. But I was thinking on the way here from work, and I was thinking, wow, what about if I if I didn't have anything else? Because I have all these other machines here. I really don't need to make this machine a drum machine. But let's say a person that doesn't have anything else and bought the Tonverk, and to help them understand that they really don't need a synthesizer drum machine because you already have the synthesis in here, and that makes this machine. It puts this machine in a different category because you know, yes, the MPC can do it too. We all know that it can do it. Uh it has a lot of stuff in there. And the same with Roland, they have their stuff in there too. But this is Electron, and this is an Electron box. And as you can see, it's a very small box, very comfortable to use, and it has a unique sequencer that uh, sadly MPC does not have. The Roland has it on the TR1000. It has something kind of like it, and all the machines that have a sequencer close to this sequencer are more expensive than this box. It's a fact. If you get the Vermoda drum thing, which has a sequencer that is kind of an electron sequencer, that machine is more expensive than this one, I think, if I'm not mistaken. The Live 3 has a sequencer. Now they finally added the 16 steps of the sequencer. And you can do kind of parameter locking, but the problem with the software of the MPC is that it's like if you're gonna lock something, you're basically using and I bet that's what you're doing here also, which is automation, right? Parameter locking is automating. Basically, you're doing an automation of a parameter at a certain time in space, right? And the sequence time at that certain time, you added a value to certain parameter, right? So those are parameter locks. So, but the problem is that it's slow. On the MPC, you can do it, but it's a slow process. And the other thing I would like to Electron do is to let me run my sequences in reverse. Roland does that on other machines. I had the the MC707 can run any sequence you would like. It can run it backwards and on the fly. Like you can set it up where it's playing forward, and then you can change it to play backwards, and it will play backwards with no hesitation. That will be one of the biggest things that Electron would do at this moment, just to add the 3000 cherry on top. You're waiting on the tape. Which tape? I just bought the Roland S1 for small synth on the go. Yeah, that's a really capable synthesizer. The Roland S1. I was looking at it for like yeah, like on the go, or like if you want to go to a place and jam out and you want to have like I believe the S1 can do like 303 style sounds, like the 303, I guess. I'm not sure. Let's mess with the mod here. Let's see if we can find this. Actually, no. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can use the LFO and do something crazy, probably. Because with the LFO, you can go to a higher rate. It'll probably help me. It could probably help me with the. There you go. Yeah. Kind of like an open hat. Mm. All right, what about if we do it on the second one? Oscillator 2 detune. We go all the way up there. It kind of works. There you go, a hi-hat. Yeah, so you can do a 4 on the floor here. Here we go. Let me see here. I'm gonna put a compressor. Yeah, that's pretty cool right there. And then let's say on the kick you want to do something crazy, you just put one of these yellow buttons down, triggerless trigs, and just do something crazy like and then on this one you can put and then you can do something crazy. You can change, like, you can even change the wavetable to a noise wavetable. Let's change the wavetable on this one. Yeah, that's cool. So now you made something different. Very electronic, very cool sounding. Let's go to track number 2, which is the snare. Then we can change one of the wavetables. Let's go to the top wavetable, change it to something else. Yeah, that's pretty crazy stuff. Yeah, well, that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to talk about. I'll talk about everything. I think you can do random stuff. Let's hold one here. Let's hold one here. Oh, it doesn't. I don't know if it has a random. Wow. random. So I put random on the source, random on the filter, and random on the amp. Look at that, instant difference. Let's go track 1, random source. That's random, bro. Yeah, I messed it all up. But then now I go get a sign. It's easy to get it back as long as you put the stuff to where it goes. Yeah, pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. There's no limits. There's no limits. Yeah. So I can just go here, project, load, and this card changes. So, like I said, you can run this thing in different ways. I was also thinking about running this. You can even run this like two machines in one. You can do this too, and then you can have totally double the parts. If you were gonna do that, that's kind of crazy. But if you wanted to do double the parts, you could have done that. You can put a subtrack on one, and then put a subtrack. Let me see here. Track 1. Let's create. All right. So we're going to go track 5. I'm going to also make it a subtrack. Create new. So now you have two drum parts and 3 slots left to make your music. So you can have, bro, you can have either a subtrack for the melody, for the drums, right? You can have a second subtracks with probably one-shot samples that you have, and you got up to 8, and then you got 2 more that you can do other stuff with, and that's just on the first 4. And then the next 4 can be another different set that you have at the same time, and then you can go on mutes, and you can mute and unmute them at the same time and go like this. And then go like that, and then go like this. You know what I mean? And then you load the other 4 and turn off the other 2. Basically, you have two things running at once, basically. The other thing I like is the presets. I want to load a preset. Let's say a preset that I did not too long ago. This one, drum and bass. What is going on here? Oh, there you go. So I have a drum and bass thing here right quick. We already got it. And then, so I can put here. Yo, what the hell? Tuka, tuka. And we have over here. All right, basically you have something right there. This one you can go to effects, go to compressor, and then just turn it up, turn up the heat over here. All right, so now you can turn it off, and then you can go to track number 5. And then you can load a different. I have more stuff in here that I've done. Let's see. There's hard trap 1, drum and bass car, drum and bass 1 RS. There you go. Now you have it. I think that's the same one. Drums. I see that one. Okay, this one is a different one. Now you have that loaded. And you can go here to okay. Yeah, and then you have two. All right, then to give you another example, let's say you want to load a subtrack. I load another subtrack, create new, right? And then you go and load something. Let's say you already have stuff that you already done. You have stems of music that you have done, and you want to do like a remix or incorporate it in another song. You can go to your recordings, like right there, and let's see what is here. Yeah, that's one I did. Now let's load that one. And then that one, you can go here and, I don't know, just drop it in. Go here, drop it in. Length, let's go to 16. There you go. You want to fix that? Can throw in a chrono pitch. I don't know if I have any more stuff. That's I don't even know what's that. I'm gonna load it in there. And I'm gonna put it in here. And all right, so that's the second track. Okay, so that's all right. That's the second track. So you already have 2 elements on the second track. And then you go to the third element here and you go to your one shots. That's what I would do. I would go to the single samples that I got. Let me see. Single samples. More singles because it has some nasty stuff in there. And let's see what we got. This is too high. Let's go down. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There you go. All right, we got it. Let's go to amp. And let's hit play. Then we got loaded an effect so we can change it. let's say we want to change the drum, so here. And then the Tonverk has that too. Send the 1 to 9 and then track 9, let's go. Track 9. You can add the grader here. You can put one here and one here. You can put one here. Then use the fill button. So the possibilities are endless, right? So because now you have a subtrack 1 and subtrack 2. And subtrack 2, you can have melodies that you play, resample them, throw them in the subtrack, and now on the subtrack you can control all the parts of your song basically if you want through mutes, like if you were muting drums, right? You see right here. Subtrack number 2. So we hit play. I don't know what I did. Oh, the tone, the there we go. We're gonna go track number 2, and we want to turn off that the bass. Track number 2, we go to mutes. Let's say you want to go source. And you want to change the direction. I want to go back. Let's copy that, paste. And then we go backwards. back and forth. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna go. I'll let you guys go. I'm gonna play some. I'm gay for an hour and a half, and then I go to sleep. How about that? How about I go play something for half an hour, and then I go to sleep? That'll be great. Do you find the Heat Plus Effects box worthy to have? Yes, I think it's worthy to have. If it is worthy to have, if you're gonna use, I'm gonna be sincere. For me, for the way I think, if you're gonna have 2 machines plus the heat and effects, cool. If you're gonna have 3 machines plus the heat and effect, it's a little bit too much. If you have 4 machines plus the heat and effects, you're stretching your mind. If you have 5 plus the heat and effect, now you're like, you're lucky if you remember the machine is there. That's what I say. Or does the saturation and the dirt strip that, well, you wanna figure that one out? Let's figure that one out right quick before I go. Let's go to track number 9, and let's add a dirt shaper. And the dirt shaper has the rectifier, which adds a little bit of saturation. You can get it really exaggerated. So let's put just the drums so we don't go that crazy. Let's put this one. Okay, we have the dirt ship. Let's put some drive. There you go. Okay, it's gonna get loud. That's the problem. You hear that? That's dry. Now with the dirt shaper, without, and now with. All right, so I have here the analog hit heat 1. I don't have the 1 plus effects. I just have the 1, and the circuitry is basically the same. I just don't have the rest of the effects. Okay, now I moved it to saturation, and we're gonna add some drive to that saturation so you can hear it. That's on, that's off. I'm gonna level match it. That's level match right there. Okay, that's the analog heat. Now let's do it with the other one. That's level match right there. Hold on. This is without it. And this is with the dirt shape. You cannot hear it. And then now this is with the analog heat off. And now with the analog heat on. Okay, so you got different types of distortion on the analog heat. Now you can add enhancement distortion, which gives it a different character. All right, there's another effect on the Tonverk that you can add distortion, which sounds pretty good, which is filter folder. And we're gonna have to lower the output a little bit. Here's play. That's without. That's with. I think it sounds good on both, but the analog heat is so listen, with the analog heat, you're getting more perceived volume. Like the perceived volume is the same volume here on the meter, but when I turn it on, it's still the same volume, but it sounds louder, right? And that's with the analog heat. And the same thing I'm trying to do here with the Tonverk. I think everything has its own character. You don't need an extra box, but what I like to do with the analog heat is when you do the finished product, you just run it through and you want to add that little extra bump so it's just about subtlety. You don't have to drive it all the time. Like you can put some rough crunch on this thing. You see, it sounds nasty. And the volume significantly drops. I like the saturation and the enhancement. What I like is the equalizer on it. Man, it sounds really good. Not to mention, I don't even use drum. I don't even use drums much in my music. Oh wait, yeah. Well, there's different types of music. If you're doing like ambient music and more like relaxing, the drums. When you add drums and percussion to a song, you basically making a song for dancing. So you're adding rhythm for people to move your body and all that stuff. I love that type of music. I'm Latino, so I love having drums on my music. That's well, if you want to go more ambient, the Tonverk is good for that. You know, I say the Tonverk if you want to go with it, or the Octatrack. I'll say the Tonverk or the Octatrack if you want to do spacious type of stuff. But I would recommend more the Tonverk though, because with the Tonverk you can make anything. SD card. Let's get a. I got an acoustic guitar sounds here. Let me put this. Let me load these samples and then let's go here. Single player. Oh my God, I just did. What are you doing? So we got that. I want to put this. And then you can, let's do it first like this. And then we can, and then we let's use the effects if you want to use the effects. Let's use the effects. You have the Daisy delay, but let's route it to one of the buses. And then I'm gonna go to track 15 and change that effect for the rum slang with some really crazy stuff. And then you go track 1 and then you go to the effects page and send it to and then let's add something else. Let's add some chrono pitch. Let's just add one here. Daisy delay. Let's see what that width at. Yeah, I don't know too much about that type of stuff. But something like that. I don't know what else to do here. Yeah, that's pretty cool and everything. So you can clear this thing. And then we can clear all that stuff. We can change the source to the grainer, and I'm gonna go, okay? So we got the grainer. All right, I'm out of here. See you guys next time, all right? Peace out.